Yo, what is up guys? Om here from iTech Everything, and I'm here at USC and I'm about to head to the Apple The Grove store in LA. It's the biggest store in LA and it's currently 6:30 a.m. and it should open up at 8 a.m. for the iPhone 17 launch. I'm really excited to see what it's all about, what the hype is all about, and that's why I decided to go and wake up in the morning and be there on time. Let's see how that goes. I'll see you on the other side. Yo, so the guy just told us that we can't go in up till 9 o'clock, which is iffy because we're here at like 7:44 a.m. But I'm still gonna wait for the line to open up because there's like the cheering and all the things that go on. That the launch day experience is probably that part where like the door opens up and everyone starts to rush in. So yeah, I'm gonna wait for that and let's see if I'll be able to get access to the phones in time.
So I can't do that, but the phone operator.
Yo, I just came back from the Apple Store. I'm back at USC now. And it was a pretty interesting experience. They asked us to wait for a bit outside the store because they said only the people who've ordered the iPhone will be able to go at 8 a.m. But they kind of let us in at 8:10 after the first line went in. Initially, they just told us to wait until 9, but that was okay. But it was super fun to see the glass doors open in front of me and everyone cheering for the new iPhone. That was definitely an interesting experience, and it was definitely worth going for that. But I wanted to also share my thoughts on the new iPhone lineup because it seems very interesting, and I have some thoughts that have changed since my first impressions from the event. Also, another thing was that there's no physical like Pro and Air blocks like at NYC or at Apple BKC. It was just like a printed poster, and it was pretty mid. I mean, I expected it there to be like a big like aluminum block which said Pro and Air because it's like the flagship LA store, but I guess not. The air board also kind of like blended in because it was like black and white and you could barely see it, but that's okay. And the air font is so thin, it kind of reminds me of the iPhone 6 days because that's kind of the font they used to use, so that was like a throwback. But coming to the iPhones, the iPhone 17 Pro looks pretty good. The orange is definitely much better than I thought it was. And the glass back, the ceramic, and the aluminum, they feel seamless. Like, you can't tell there's like a seam or a place where it changes from aluminum to matte glass or ceramic. That's pretty impressive how they managed to do that. It's definitely a lot thicker, that's for sure. I don't think the Pros are worth it this year, honestly. It's like, definitely has better battery life, but only a telephoto camera that has improved. Everything else is like mostly the same. And the base model 17 is a pretty good deal. Although, like, looking at it in my hand, the base model 17, it is probably the best lineup, best value in the lineup, the best phone to get for most people. It feels much better with the thinner bezels, but it's definitely the phone that feels the oldest because it hasn't been refreshed with the new design. So yeah, it's probably one that's not going to be selling as much, or like one that's not going to be that popular just because of the fact that it feels old in the hand. But on the other hand, coming to the 17 Air or the iPhone Air, I keep calling it the 17 Air, and that's what I did in the last video, but I later found out that it's the iPhone Air. The iPhone Air is so impressive. I was honestly blown away by how good it was. It is so much thinner than I thought it was. I imagine it to be a lot thicker than it is. The buttons and the action button, the camera control, it's all so thin, and it's actually pretty impressive. I tried like bending it a bit. It was pretty solid too. Feels great in the hand. I was like visibly shocked when I held it up for the first time. It looks absolutely stunning. I'm just a little afraid that they're not advertising it enough in the Apple Store. They definitely need to highlight it a bit more than they currently are. It's like kept off to the side, which feels a little iffy. If they wanted to succeed, they better highlight that. Right now, the middle two columns were taken up by the Pro, the left was the 17, the right was the Air. I think the Air needs a little bit more attention if it wants to be the next like popular iPhone. I also got a chance to try out the center stage camera. That was also a pretty nice experience. It is not lower quality. It is definitely better quality than the previous iPhones. I was wrong about that in my last video. It is a great camera, and I love the feature where it adjusts from landscape to portrait based on the people in the photo, or you can automatically control it. That's a very nice feature. Dual capture is also pretty interesting. I just like briefly tried it out. I wish I had this for this video, honestly. I would have done the live commentary and like shown you my reaction. But yeah, I also got a chance to try the bumper cases and the lanyard, which is pretty interesting. The bumper case is actually very nice. It has a very weird look to it for the front because the bezels like start to look even thinner on the 17 Air. The phone remains remarkably thin even with the bumper. And the camera bump still comes out, which is iffy, but I think it would be a good thing to have if you want an iPhone and still keep its thinness. And yeah, those are kind of my thoughts on the new lineup. I feel pretty good about this year's lineup. I also tried out the Apple Watch Ultra. I had a brief look at it. The screen's supposed to be larger. I really couldn't tell a difference. Series 11 is pretty much the same. I can't tell like a difference on the outside. AirPods Pro 3, I did not get a chance to try them, but my friend did, and he said the noise cancellation was better than his Pro 2s. Sound quality mostly the same, but but the fit was much better. He definitely said they felt a lot different in the hand and they fit much better. He wasn't able to try live translation, but that's something we can also try on the second generation AirPods Pro. And that's about it. Also, I noticed they were filming in spatial video. So I'm excited to see if and when that video comes out on Vision Pro. Maybe I might be in it because I noticed the Blackmagic camera right when I was outside the store, and I went in and closed it and I saw they were filming in immersive video. So I'm excited to see how that turns out. But yeah, this was like a fun video. It's something I haven't done before. I really wanted to go and see what the launch day hype is all about at the Apple stores in the US. And it was definitely worth it. The line was a lot shorter than I hoped it was. I hoped it would be, primarily because I think most people now can just order the iPhone these days. It used to be much longer in previous years. The hype is kind of died down, but there was still a decently long line and like people there for like later slots as well. But anyways, that's about it from me. Thank you so much for watching. This is like a second video in 2 weeks. That's a first. But thank you so much for watching. I'll see you again soon.